In this video, we're going to talk about a figure that just came in and swept a lot of the other figures under the rug. Marvel Legends Sabertooth from the 50 years of Wolverine 2-pack? I can't remember. I sold the Logan that came in this pack because it just was not for me. I don't like that version of Logan, especially the way they did it. They could have did a lot better. But the shining star in that set was this figure. A lot of us were only here for this, and I think Hasbro killed it. A lot of us were clamoring for a new Sabertooth. The old one was on the Hyperion body, and if you've been collecting for any amount of time, you know that body absolutely sucks. Getting this on the Omega Red body was on a lot of people's wish list. There were so many customs being done on that body already. Hasbro just had to take the step and do it, and they did it. There are some things they could have executed better on, but for what's here, I think they killed it. Starting with the head sculpt, I think Hasbro did a pretty good job. He looks like Victor Creed. He looks sinister. He looks like he's up to no good. The fur on the body looks good too. It's glued on. It's not a separate piece, so there's no peg holes. You don't have to worry about that coming off when you move the arms and stuff. Paintwork is good, but I'm noticing, at least on camera, this yellow looks different from this. In person, it doesn't look like that. In person, it's a closer shade, but camera's picking up something totally different. Details look good. The paint looks good. There wasn't much they could have done better with the paint. It looks like Victor Creed, looks like Sabertooth, and I think they did a pretty good job with it. The size of the body is perfect for him because in the cartoon, he was bigger than this. If they were going to do from the cartoon to figure, they would have used Caliban body. That would have been a perfect body for Sabertooth, and I've seen somebody do it, and it looks all right. For accessories, you will get this angry, like, yelling head. Nice addition. Hasbro's known for only giving us one head sculpt per figure. So that's a nice touch. They could have easily just put this one in. They've done it countless amount of times. But you get two, so that's great. You do also get these separate hands. One's like a clenching hand and one's like a pointing nefariously at someone hand. And you also get these like open clawed hands. These are my preferred choice. You do want to watch out too when you swap the hands. I dropped this and it was gone for like a day. I could not find it. I think this body looks great for Sabertooth, especially for articulation's sake. There are some parts of this figure that are really good for articulation. Speaking of articulation, let's go over that. The head is on a disc hinge, one of my favorite parts. I do not like the double neck peg unless it's going to be a neck piece too, so you can get expression. So it will tilt just a little bit. It'll go up barely any because it runs into not only the hair, but the back of the neck, if you can see that. It goes down that far, which is pretty good because he has to look down at Wolverine. It'll look to the left, look to the right. Won't swivel because it'll run into the hair. The shoulders go up that far. You do get a butterfly joint in there, a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which been pretty far. It's pretty far, especially for a big figure. You get a swivel on the wrist and a hinge up and down. The torso will go back that far, forward that far. This is one of those rare occasions where a figure bends better forward than back. You see that? You do get a swivel. I would have preferred a diaphragm crunch. I don't know why they're not implementing that in every figure. There will come a day where Hasbro just makes all the right decisions, I'm telling you. If they just do, I know why though. They didn't want to redesign this torso because this is just a repaint with a collar, a head, and hands. And overlays. They didn't want to redo it. I get it, but they should have. Hips go up that far. Pretty good for a big guy. Back that far. Double jointed knee. About that far. No boot swivel. I would have liked to have seen an ankle cut. I'm pioneering for them to go from a boot cut to an ankle cut. I feel like that would be a smart choice. That way you still get a little bit of something in there. You won't break up the sculpt. Ankles go down that far, up that far, and you do get a nice ankle pivot. This is a big figure, and if you've never owned the Omega Red or Warpath, then you won't really know. I think Venom's on this body too. But here he is next to Pretty Boy from the 5-pack. Towers over him. Next to Zero from the 5-pack. Spider-Man UK body towers over him. Here he is next to Hercules, and he's bigger than Hercules. And this is a big figure, so that's saying something. Last but not least, here he is next to the Runt, Wolverine. Don't mind the dust, I just pulled this off my shelf. For my final thoughts, I think this figure is absolutely great. If you missed out, I know it's on pre-order right now. I'll have a link in the description for that if you're interested. This figure is great. I think it was a welcomed addition to anyone's collection. I actually sold my first one. I think it was Apocalypse Wave. As soon as they announced this, I sold that one because I knew this one was going to replace it anyway. And it's a great figure. This Wolverine actually has really nice claws. Off topic, but just noticed that. Sucks it's locked behind a 2-pack and it comes with a figure that some of us might not want. You can always sell Logan and recoup. I sold Logan for 25 bucks and made half the money back. So there's that. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I know some of y'all wish you had a different body, different setup. So let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.